Good morning, this is Jack from the Aftershock.net, and this is the pre-market recording for Friday, the 26th of March. We have, our disclaimer, we do this for educational purposes only. We're here to share our technical analysis with you. We hope you can take some of what we're doing and learn from it, transfer it to your own charts, and know how to issue trading signals. Right. We came down yesterday. We made the low that I was talking about, and this is how it looks on the chart. I've got a possible trendline support here, or this may just have been a bullish underthrow. But we're still looking at the same flag. If we have a look at the 15-minute chart, hang on, where did I mark the, okay. This is where the fibs are. From the latest move, starting at 37.23, what we've done is we formed what looks like a bull flag with a 50% retracement, almost exactly, of the move. Chances are this is a bull flag. Now, it's not guaranteed to break up and make the target to retest the all-time high, but it is likely to. So have we finished forming this flag? Don't know. But what I will say is we have a beautiful resistance trend line. It's really, really nice. We almost got back to it yesterday. The resistance is in about 39.16 area on ES, and chances are we're going to be touching that in the first hour or so of the day. When we do that, it will either hold or it will break. If it breaks, that is the flag breaking up. And that should be the break, which takes us back up to the high. I'm not expecting at that stage to see a lower low. If we don't break up from it, if we touch it and reverse, there's a possibility we're going to head back to support. I'm not seeing that as a strong possibility, and I don't think that's, I don't think that's likely, but it is a possibility until that breaks. So that's the main thing I'm going to be watching this morning. Looking across the board, we don't have a buy signal on ES, but if we did, it would reach the possible near miss target. We're obviously testing the weekly pivot at 39.1775, which is a decent touch with that flank resistance trend line that I've been talking about. NQ, we've got a 6-minute buy signal fixed, might be coming back for a retest of this low, possibly. Kind of a choppy IHS if it's an IHS, but overall, I think we are forming a bull flag here too. That would lead to a retest of this high here. It might go higher because this might be an inverted head shoulders, but this might be an inverted right shoulder, even though it's a bit extended. I wouldn't like to see that take much longer to form, but right now, could we break up and see a retest of the high? Possibly, yes. Well, I'm a bit doubtful. NQ, I don't think has got that kind of juice at the moment. It's been lagging for months. But, never say never. RTY, we didn't have a buy signal here. We're back over the monthly pivot. I'm watching for a potential inverted head and shoulders form. That's something I'll be keeping an eye on YM. We didn't have any divergence. Nice move up. I've got a decent looking flag here on the YM chart, and that has broken up. My feeling is we're probably on the way back to the high. We may see a decent retracement on the way there. But we're probably on the way back to the high on YM, certainly, on ES, and possibly on RTY. RTY's come down a long way. Not sure about RTY or in DAX. DAX, nice flag, got back most of the way to the high already, likely to see a high retest. ESTX, the head and shoulders has failed. We're likely to see a high retest. Looking at the bigger picture charts, let's run through. Obviously, we've covered the flag. We've got some resistance above, and we've got to remember last time we were testing the resistance trend line, we were also testing the 50-hour moving average on the hourly chart. I've got that now at 39.29, so that is in about the 39.20 area on ES. So we basically got those three levels really about 39.15 on ES, 39.18, 39.20. We've got the declining resistance, we've got the weekly pivot, and we've got the 50-hour moving average. Convert 39.20 to support, and we are likely to be on the way back to the high. In terms of divergences, we didn't get any at the low on the hourly, and we wouldn't get any by retesting now because we came up too high. If we see, in terms of the pattern setup here, what am I looking at in terms of why was I so interested in the fib here? Well, if we're going to form a nested double top, which is a double top, where there are two double tops, there's a larger double top and a smaller double top within the larger one. If we're going to do that, the ideal place to go and do that from is the 50% retracement level. We could set up an almost ideal nested double top here by coming back up, doing a high retest and failing there, or pretty close to it. I think that may well be what we're looking at here. In terms of the daily signals, we've got nothing really. We've got an old weak RSI 14 sell signal, which I think will make target in due course, but isn't anything to get really excited about at the moment. NDX. Weak RSI 14, sell signal reached the possible near miss target, buy signal reached the possible near miss target. Not really seeing anything on the daily divergences. This IHS is looking a little long in the tooth, but it could still be an IHS, and I am wondering whether this might break up into a retest of the high, but that wouldn't be a good match, I don't think. With SPX going up to the high and failing there, which should be the obvious thing to do from here. On the hourly chart, we didn't get any divergence on NDX. Really, I was thinking, had that been a better formed low, we would have gone back and done a retest after a decent bounce. We didn't get that. It's too late. IWM, no divergence there either. We could if we retested the low, we could set up a daily divergence, which would be more interesting, but we'd only set it up on IWM because IWM is the only one that's come down this far. On Dow, no current divergence on the daily. On the hourly chart, no current divergence either. We came down, we finally made it to the test of the daily middle band, which of course has held. On SPX, we only did we opened below it yesterday, but we closed back above it. It's only the breaks are only on a daily close basis, so there was no break. There was an exploration below, but no break. All right, so that's where we are in equities. So let's move on. DX, we've got a bit higher. We have done that on increased negative divergence. I'm still leaning towards this heading lower. I think it's topping out here. ZB, we've got a daily buy signal on TLT and we've got a daily sell signal on TNX. ZB is likely to be going up. It may be forming an IHS right shoulder at the moment. CL's broken short-term declining resistance. Wasn't a strong trend line. Not necessarily that significant. A little hard to get anything from the pattern set up at the moment. And G is almost back up to, but not quite reached, this resistance, which would be a very good match if we got up to about 2.66 to 2.67 today, with a hit of this resistance trend line on the possible flag that's forming, and this declining resistance trend line. We could see that today, and we could see a reversal and potentially a lower low into the 2.38 to 2.4 area. GC, this looks like a short-term flag forming. I think this is just waiting for DX to turn, and this is going to be off to the upside. SI, likely the same, except this is too large to be a flag, but we do now have a decent-looking double bottom here, and I think that might well deliver. HG, nice little rally here. We had a 60-minute buy signal. That's reached the possible near miss target. I'm leaning long slightly here, not with any huge conviction, but with some. USD, I've got an overall falling wedge here, which might actually be defining the pattern. This would be a bullish underthrow, and obviously we've gone lower and on increased divergence, and we've actually had the buy signal reconfirm here. I am liking the upside. Apologies, that was my son again. I'm hoping he won't call 6 times like yesterday. Oh, by the way, last couple of weeks we've been out of sync on daylight time, but because the clocks changed in America and they didn't change here. They're changing here this weekend, so happily my son will not be finishing school more or less as the market is opening, which is what we've been having this week, because he wants me to come apply to him. So next week that's fixed. All right. GBP USD, wondering about a little bit lower here. No great conviction for seeing that, and DX may be turning here, in which case this is likely to break straight up. USD JPY has gone a bit higher with DX. The sell signal here has failed. One of the last, yeah, that one failed too. This has been a hell of a run. Couple of failed sell signals is not unusual. Obviously, that's knocking hell out of this double top here, waiting for some more indication that it might be topping. USD CAD, possible double top or a part formed head and shoulders here. Sell signal hasn't made target yet, probably going to. Australian dollar may well be forming an inverted head and shoulders. The buy signal made target. NZUSD, the buy signal's made the possible near miss target. May again be forming. They can be forming an inverted head and shoulder. KC. Broken up from this declining resistance, it did this low retest. I'm wondering if we might actually see some upside here. We've now got a 60-minute buy signal which is fixed. So I'm looking for at least a rally, possibly a more significant reversal. SB, we came back and retested this low. This has broken my bigger picture support trend line and potentially is opening the path to lower. We don't have any positive divergence here, but we do have a potential double bottom, which I'm keeping an eye on. CC, we've got no current positive divergence, possible bottoming action, but nothing really much to say give a direction one way or another. ZW, this actually came down and broke my nice looking support trend line. This could be a bullish underthrow. Not much to suggest that it is. The 60-minute buy signal failed. So we will see how this goes, but I am wondering whether this might be a bullish underthrow. There is potential for this to go lower. It might go lower. Hang on a second. Just texting my son in the heck. I need to stop calling me. Okay. Right. Corn, double top breaking down from here. This is the point at which it's either reject or head down to the target, which would be in about 530 area. So we're in that inflection point here. Soy, back below the weekly pivot. Again, wondering about a high retest here, but obviously we'll need to see a bit of sign of life on grains. We do have now a full 60-minute buy signal, which has fixed, which has me leaning towards the upside. Cotton went down again. Don't think it didn't make it to the right support trend line. It may make it to the support trend line, in which case we've got that a little lower. No current positive divergence. I'm wondering whether we're going to be heading back to this resistance here in the 84 area next, but it's not broken out of the downtrend. We'll see how that goes. Lumber, we lost the divergence, and the 60-minute sell signal is no longer brewing. It's continuing higher. Don't be short lumber. It's not a great move to be short lumber, really. Live cattle, we've got a potential level top here. Not seeing a lot to suggest it's going to break out, but I know Stan's looking for a higher at sometime somewhere around here. We will see. And lean hogs has gone higher again, and possible double top here, seeing how that goes. Okay, what questions have we got today, guys? All right, on ES, you know the drill. What I've been talking about on the at the beginning of the webinar is exactly what we're looking at here. We're looking at 3 resistance levels here. They're all close together. We've got this resistance here, which is about 15, and we're likely to open here. Once this breaks, we've got the weekly pivot, and we've got the 50-hour moving average, and we need to break all of them and convert them. If that's the case, then I'm really not seeing anything between SPX and a new all-time high. We will have a flag target there. It will be very much the obvious target, and I will be expecting to make that move. So we will see how that goes. But I think watching for a potential AM high in this area here, we could theoretically turn back here and do a decent leg down. In any case, we may break up from it, do a retracement, and then we do the final move up to the high. So waiting to see what happens here. But the main thing I'm watching here is this flag resistance trend line. And we will see how that goes this morning. Once that breaks up, I think it's just a matter of time until we make a new all-time high either today or Monday or Tuesday. But I'd be looking for that sooner rather than later. We will see. All right, great. In that case, if there are no more questions, I will go and collect my son, and I'll catch you guys later. Yeah, everyone have a great weekend. My daughter's coming back this weekend. I'm collecting her from university tomorrow, so it's celebration time. All right, cheers, guys. Catch you later.